Here we go, currently in progress with CM Punk and Batista. Punk picks Batista up. Martial arts chop with Batista, counters with a big kick and saying, "Bring it on." Batista blocks it. Now controlling the head. And Batista with a big backbreaker. This is part 4 of PAWL's first Click Preview No Forgiveness. If you missed any of the action, go check out the playlist under playlist on our channel. Anyway, now Batista, no, Punk with a block. CM Punk has been holding his own in the ring against Batista, but Batista with a block, no, Punk with an enziguri. Punk counters with an enziguri. Punk now with another martial arts kick, whipping Batista into the ropes. And double knees to the face. Punk now picking up Batista. Punk. An innovative clothesline there from CM Punk. And Punk is trying to build momentum in this match. Goes for cover now. 1. No. Batista now with a waist lock. Hitting Punk. Now Batista. Irish whipping Punk and a big slam there by Batista. Batista kicking and punching away. And now Batista from a mounted position just goes, throwing big left hands into Punk's face. Batista grabs Punk. Irish whipping Punk. And a big back body drop there. Now Batista just telling Punk to bring it. Batista goes to Punk's legs, trying to take out that high flying ability, but Punk shoves him off. And a big drop kick there from CM Punk. Punk now picking him up. And a big slam there by Punk, now running the ropes. And a leg drop. CM Punk now going for the cover. 1, no. And Batista with a big spine buster. Batista hitting that signature spine buster, going for the cover now. 1, 2, no. Punk kicks out at 2. And Batista going for the Batista bomb. And the Batista bomb connects and it is over. Punk put up a great fight. But Batista will get the victory in the end with the Batista bomb. Batista. 1, 2. No! Punk kicked out of the Batista bomb. Punk kicked out. CM Punk kicked out of the Batista bomb. And Batista's irate. Batista just hit Punk with his home run ball. Now Batista taunting Punk. Punk trying to come back. But Batista just hit Punk with his home run ball. And Punk kicked out. Now Batista. Nice move there. Batista having to reach deep into his arsenal now. Punk shoving him off though. Punk trying to come back. Trying to knock him down. Batista with the big rights. But no, Punk blocks. I'm still in a little bit of shock after Punk kicked out of that Batista bomb. Punk showing extreme resiliency. Now what's he thinking? Picking him up. Now a roll up. A roll up by Punk. 1. No, a kick out. Batista now comes back. But no, Punk with a counter. And Punk getting fired up here. Punk trying to get a comeback going. Punk with a drop kick. And another drop kick. Punk ducks it. And a nice neck breaker there. And Punk is getting on a roll. CM Punk is firing up and he's going to the top rope. Paying tribute to Macho Man Randy Savage with an elbow drop off the top rope. And now Punk is feeling it. And Punk calling for the go to sleep. Looking to put Batista away. CM Punk, go to sleep. He has him up. CM Punk with a go to sleep. What a victory for Punk. What a victory for Punk. CM Punk hitting the go to sleep. And this is going to be all. CM Punk with a cover. 1, 2. No, Batista kicked out of the go to sleep. Batista kicked out of the GTS. Both of these men hitting their home run balls, their best moves, and they each kick out. Punk kicking out of the Batista bomb. Batista kicking out of the go to sleep. This might be a match of the year candidate. And now Batista trying to work on that chest. But Punk gets to the ropes. Punk trying to make a comeback with a big drop kick there. Both men taking each other to their limits. Punk with a roll up. A roll up by Punk. 1. No. Big drop kick there by CM Punk. Now CM Punk going to go top rope, but Batista catches him. High risks here. Batista looking for a muscle buster. Innovative move by Batista. Will that be all? No, Batista's calling for something, it looks like. No, but Punk counters. What's going to happen here? CM Punk with a roll-up. A roll-up by Punk. 1. No. Batista with a big slam, halting Punk's momentum. And now Batista again just hammering away on CM Punk, trying to bust him open. Batista made a vow last week on Heatwave that CM Punk will never wrestle again after this match. Batista, big double arm choke slam. Batista going for the cover now. This will be a 1. No, a kick out. A crowd on the Joe enjoying this match tremendously. Batista continuing the attack, but no, Punk with a block. Batista now going with the arm. No, Punk with a nice counter there. And now CM Punk trying to continue this attack. Trying to get an upset victory. And Punk rolls him up again. 1. No. Punk looking to try to catch Batista off guard here with a roll-up. And Batista, big boot to the face. One of Batista's signature moves going for the cover now. 1. No, a kick out. Both of these men taking each other to their respective limits. What a match this has been. Possibly a match of the year candidate. Batista saying to bring it on and Punk obliges. Forearm now running the ropes. And a big drop kick there by CM Punk trying to build momentum. CM Punk stomping away on Batista. Punk with a forearm. CM Punk. A big side Russian leg sweep there from the Animal. Batista trying to shake out some cobwebs. Punk with a punch. And now Batista, though, a big move there. Elbow right to the face, knocking down Punk. No, Punk reverses the Irish whip. No, Batista with a counter, though, throwing Punk into the corner. Batista with a big spear in the corner. Nice move there by Batista. Well, not a nice move, but just choking him out. It's an effective move. Batista now working on that arm. No, Punk with another counter. Another arm drag type counter. Punk with a drop kick, building momentum. And CM Punk. No, Batista counters. Batista with a big forearm. Another forearm. No, Punk with a big right hand. Batista saying, come on. A big kick. Punk with a forearm. Batista now working on that arm. Transition to a front face lock and working on that head now. Batista with some big blows. Punk counters one, though, in his left hand. Batista with a big right. Batista throwing bombs, and they're connecting. Batista looking for a slam. A backbreaker. And no, Punk shoves him off. CM Punk. Drop kick, no, Batista gets out of the way. No, Punk counters that. Back and forth match. Who's going to win? Batista with a counter. Dazing Punk and a big forearm. Now side headlock and a big boot knocking down CM Punk. Batista now dragging him to the center of the ring. Goes for the cover. Will that be enough to put him away? 1, 2, no. A big kick. No, Batista blocks it, but Punk with an enziguri. Punk now going for the cover. No, Batista kicks out. A big slap to the face, and now these two lock up, which I don't get why they do it this late in the match. But Batista getting control of that head, and Batista with a spine buster. Batista hitting his signature spine buster. Will that be all? Goes for the cover now. Referee in position. 1, 2, no. He's with a big punch, and Batista again looking for the Batista bomb, and it is over. Batista with 2 Batista bombs. The Impact Batista with the Batista bomb. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and no, Punk kicked out. Punk kicked out of 2 Batista bombs. He kicks out of another Batista bomb, and the crowd is going wild, chanting yes. Batista is irate, hammering away on Punk, but CM Punk kicked out of not 1, but 2 Batista bombs. CM Punk now shoves him off. CM Punk, float over DDT. Where's Punk getting this energy from? Punk picks him up. CM Punk with a roll-up, 1, no, a kick out by Batista. And Punk on his shoulders, having him up on his shoulders. CM Punk, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Cover, 1, 2. No, Batista kicked out. Batista kicked out of another go to sleep. Both of these men kicking out of 2 of each other's finishers. What's it going to take to finish these guys off? Both of these men deserving to win this match. What efforts? And Punk coming back again. Snap suplex. CM Punk kicking out of 2 2 Batista bombs. Batista kicking out of 2 go to sleeps. Now Batista looking for an Oklahoma slam, and it connects. And now we have Let's Go Punk Batista chants. Now going for the cover now. 1, 2, no. What an amazing match this has been. Batista knocking Punk down. Goes for the cover again. 1, no. A possible match of the year candidate. Punk now. Float over DDT. Who's going to get the upper hand? Who's going to come on with a big win? Punk rolls him up again. Punk with a roll up. 1, 2, 3. Punk got him. Punk got him on the roll up. CM Punk won on the roll up. He gets the victory. That is the best match, I think, in PAWL history right there. CM Punk and Batista. Batista kicking out of 2 go to sleeps. CM Punk kicking out of 2 Batista bombs. Punk gets him on a roll-up. He was trying to do that a little bit earlier, catching Batista by surprise. And Batista falls for it, as you see here. Rolling up Batista, getting the 3 count. CM Punk with the victory. But both of these men deserve to win that match. 20 minutes of brutality, and Punk gets the victory. What a win for CM Punk. Both of these men deserve that victory. Punk proving to Batista that he can go with the big boys. The small guys are just as good as the big guys. Both of these men extremely hurt. You see Batista can't even stand, or Punk can't even stand. Batista can't stand. Punk getting to his feet now. Probably the best match in the history of the PAWL. What a match. That took a lot out of me just commentating. Bryan's confident in his abilities, saying that the Yes Movement will culminate in a World Championship victory, and will it. As you see, next is going to be superstars of today's main event, World Heavyweight Championship match. Of course, Christian won the match against Kofi Kingston, where the loser is banned from ringside. So Daniel Bryan is going to be a disadvantage. This all started 4 weeks ago. Daniel Bryan closing in on the world title against Edge until Christian came out and distracted him. The following week, Kofi Kingston stood up for his friend, saying, "I want Daniel Bryan to win the title." The week after that, Edge beat Kofi Kingston, and this past week, Daniel Bryan beat Edge on a roll-up in tag team action. It was Edge and Christian versus Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan. Christian was dominating Daniel Bryan. Edge was saying, "Tag me in." And as soon as he gets tagged in, Daniel Bryan rolls him up for the victory. So Daniel Bryan has a win over Edge. Edge has a win over Daniel Bryan, albeit with controversy. In this big World Heavyweight Championship match, who is going to win? Of course, early in the night, Christian faced off against Kofi Kingston, where the loser will be banned from ringside. Christian won that match. As you see, he is supporting Edge. So Daniel Bryan is at a disadvantage, but his whole life he has been working with the disadvantage. Daniel Bryan's whole life he has been overcoming the odds. And he'll have to do this tonight if he wants to be the new World Heavyweight Champion. And this crowd is solidly behind their man, the Yes Man, Daniel Bryan. Here we go in the Joe, the crowd going crazy, chanting yes. For this man right here, the #1 ranked contender for the World's Heavyweight Championship, Daniel Bryan. This championship, so prestigious, can be traced back over 100 years. Held by the likes of Ric Flair, Lou Thez, Arn Anderson, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and of course, David Arquette. Thanks, Vince Russo. But anyway, Daniel Bryan looking to join that elite list. He has already been a world champion once in his career, holding the world title once. Can he hold it twice? superstars of today's main event. Here we go, folks. We have 2 more matches, both world title matches. Here's our first one. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. And let's send it over for the ring introductions.
The following contest, set for one fall, is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Aberdeen, Washington, Daniel Bryan. And from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the World Heavyweight Champion, Edge.
So the ring introductions there, Edge and Daniel Bryan. Edge has held that world title a lot for many reigns. For years, he has dominated the world title scene. Daniel Bryan's held it once, emerging as his top superstar. He's going to see if he can take that world title from Edge. And here we go, folks. The referee rings the bell, and these two are underway. Daniel Bryan with a side headlock immediately, but Edge counters with a big elbow to the face. You see Christian is here representing Edge. Kofi Kingston is barred from ringside, folks. They lock up. Edge wins that. Edge now front face lock. Now looking for a big suplex and a vertical suplex on Daniel Bryan. This is the top of the mountain, folks. If you're a superstar in Superstars of today, if you're a wrestler that competes on Superstars of today, you want to be in this match, the World Heavyweight Championship match. This is the top of the mountain for Superstars of today. Of course, the top of the mountain for the PAWL Heatwave is the PAWL Championship, which we defended in our next part, Part 5, by Brock Lesnar against John Cena. But here's the top of the mountain. These is what all these superstars that you've seen aspire to be. Dolph Ziggler, Roman Reigns, Christian, Kofi Kingston, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Titus O'Neil, Darren Young, JBL, Alberto Del Rio. Some of the stars from Superstars of today that you have seen tonight, they're all wanting to be in this position where Daniel Bryan and Edge are. They're all really wanting to be in Edge's shoes as the world champion. Now getting into the action, Daniel Bryan going with some yes chants, so getting this crowd behind him in Detroit, Michigan, the Joe Louis Arena. Great night of action so far. We might have just witnessed the greatest match in PAWL history in CM Punk and Batista. Can these guys top it? Edge now, Irish whipping Bryan. And a big flapjack there. Edge. A big backbreaker. And now just slamming Daniel Bryan's face into the mat. And a couple hits there. And now Daniel Bryan Irish whipping Edge. No, an Edge with a big knee. Edge. Northern Light suplex with the bridge. Here we go. Cover 1. No. Daniel Bryan now trying to control that arm. Big knee to his face. Of course, Edge, a near 20-year veteran from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Daniel Bryan has 14 years to his wrestling career from Aberdeen, Washington. First started training with Shawn Michaels, but perfected most of his skill with Sir William Regal. Daniel Bryan with a big kick there, knocking Edge down. As you see, Christian is on the apron, and this is the advantage Edge has. Christian can be kind of a distraction for Daniel Bryan. Edge now. No, Daniel Bryan with an Irish whip into the corner. Edge bounces off of it. Daniel Bryan, an innovative slam there. That is just some of the unique maneuvers that you will see from Daniel Bryan. Looking like he was trying to work out something in his shoulder. Edge, though, slamming his head to the mat. Edge seems to have the advantage early on. Daniel Bryan, though. Daniel Bryan with a slam. Bryan now. No, Edge with a nice move there. Edge. A big move there by Edge, almost like a DDT type maneuver. And now Edge going for the cover. 1, no, kick out by Bryan. Bryan is so resilient. He has such a will to win, such a big heart. And a big move there, knocking down Edge. No, Edge reverses it though. And Edge just throwing Daniel Bryan and his shoulder hitting the steel post. Now Edge going under. Throwing Daniel Bryan into the turnbuckles. And now Edge going a little bit high risk with a nice tornado DDT there. Edge. No, Daniel Bryan with a kip up. What's Bryan thinking here? Edge still hammering away on Daniel Bryan. Big right hands. Bryan blocks one though. Bryan, Irish whipping him into the corner. Edge has been dominating most of this match, but let's see if Daniel Bryan can make a comeback here. A nice flip there by Daniel Bryan. Edge going for a clothesline. No, Daniel Bryan ducks underneath it. And a big one of those forearms. And Daniel Bryan's feeling it. Bryan is feeling it here. Daniel Bryan looking for those kicks. Was Daniel Bryan closing in on the World Championship? Will he win this in a short amount of time? A big kick in. Did that bust Edge open? I think that busted Edge open. Yes, Edge is bleeding. And Daniel Bryan going for the yes lock. Daniel Bryan on the bloodied face of Edge. Will this be all? Edge needs to reach the ropes. Will Edge tap? No, a rope break. The bloodied face of Edge. Edge is able to reach the ropes. And now Edge. See the bloodied face of him. There's something about seeing your own blood that gets you fired up. And now Edge going for the cover. Now one. No. Edge with a big kick. And a punch. And another one. And a third. No. Daniel Bryan takes control of the arm. They're working on that arm now. Daniel Bryan trying to shake some cobwebs out. Edge running the ropes. And Daniel Bryan counters with an arm drag. And now Christian again providing that distraction on the rope. A disadvantage for Bryan. Now Daniel Bryan with a big forearm knocking down Edge. Daniel Bryan now working on those legs. Of course, if Edge can't stand up and run, he can't deliver that spear with all its power. And another one of those big forearms knocking down Edge. Daniel Bryan is feeling it. It looks like his head might be a little bit hurt trying to shake out some cobwebs. But he is feeling it here. Controlling the arm. Daniel Bryan. Float over in a neck breaker. Christian again. Daniel Bryan's building momentum. Christian getting on the top rope. Trying to distract him here. But Daniel Bryan is not even paying attention to him. Daniel Bryan looking for an underhook type maneuver. But no, Edge counters with a Samoan drop. Edge with a nice counter there. And Edge looking for that execution DDT, his signature maneuver, and he hits it. And Edge, as you see this crowd in the Joe, Edge setting up for the spear. A spear. Edge is setting it up, and he hits the spear. This one's over. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. And Daniel Bryan kicked out of the spear. Daniel Bryan kicked out of the spear. The crowd in the Joe's erupting. Daniel Bryan's feeling it. Kicking out of the spear, and Edge stops the momentum. Running the ropes now, but Daniel Bryan with an arm drag. Daniel Bryan feeling it now. He kicked out of the spear. Daniel Bryan feeling it. Bryan with a kick, but Christian again trying to distract Daniel Bryan. A suplex there. Christian on the apron trying to distract Bryan. Edge with a reversal. No, Daniel Bryan with a reversal now. Bryan with a drop kick in the corner, one of his signature moves. Bryan saying, come get me, Edge, and Edge obliges. Edge now, Irish whip. Daniel Bryan, and now Edge running the ropes, and a big kick, and Daniel Bryan's on the outside. We gotta hope Christian doesn't come and try to do something to him. Edge can retain his title by count out or disqualification. Just slamming Daniel Bryan's face into the ground. No, not this. An execution on the outside. An execution DDT on the outside. An execution on the outside. Edge controlling this match now. Christian up on the apron again is Daniel Bryan. A big slam by Daniel Bryan looking to build momentum. Trying to shake the cobwebs out of his head after that execution DDT on the outside. Daniel Bryan. Big right by Edge, but Daniel Bryan counters with a kick. And another one. Headlock, and no, Daniel Bryan kicks him down. Daniel Bryan looking for some more of those signature kicks. Some more of those signature kicks. And going for the cover. New world champion? No, Edge kicks out. Daniel Bryan gets out of the way of that kick by Edge, and Daniel Bryan's building momentum, dragging him to the center of the ring. Going for another cover. But Christian's distracting the referee. Christian's distracting the referee. Come on. Christian's distracting the ref, and Edge taking advantage. Christian was distracting the referee as Daniel Bryan went for the cover. But Daniel Bryan's still trying to build momentum. He might have had the world title won there. Christian was distracting the ref. Daniel Bryan trying to build another comeback. Ducks it. And another comeback by Daniel Bryan. And Bryan is really feeling it now. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No. Edge kicks out at 2.5. Edge reverses it. The shoulder tackle there. And now Edge. Top rope tornado DDT. Yes. Both of these men putting their bodies on the line for the world title. 1, 2. No. Bryan at 2.5 kicks out. Bryan gets out of that. Gets out of the way. And Bryan looks to be setting up for the knee. Bryan setting up for the knee. And if he hits it, it'll be over. The knee. No. Edge rolls him up. Edge rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Edge steals it. Daniel Bryan was going to hit that knee. But right at the last second, Edge rolled him up for the victory. You see, Daniel Bryan almost had the world title won right there. And you see Daniel Bryan setting up for that knee, running towards Edge, and at the last second, he had his knee raised, and Edge somehow was able to roll him up for a 3 count. And Edge retains the World Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Bryan, it looked like it might not have been a 3 count, but Christian was distracting the referee as Bryan was going for the cover. You gotta wonder if that might have affected it.
The rated R superstar Edge.
But the fact remains that Edge retains the world title in a great match. Daniel Bryan closing in on it, but Edge rolls him up. But that's not all, folks. Next, our main event. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for the world title. Don't miss it in Part 5.